The scratching in the air. They are the spirits of the scribes, still penning Merkel's scriptures, even in death. Yes?
Huh? to X. Bonaparte. Pio Nova. Glory Conforus.
Yes.
Pio Nova. Digir de Equijones. Pio Nova. Astrudo Wehulos. Huh? Light is on.
Yes.
Yes?
Doa.
Avion Novo.
Enemies have fallen upon us.
Все за мной! Requidi sine.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Huh? Pio Nova. Jordik to X.
Avion Novo. Bona Cartoon.
Новые ягнята на бой!
Objective correct. The more you struggle, the more painful your death will be.
From Espelon.
The more
Bona Cartoon. To me, my allies, I shall lead.
Yes.
Все за мной!
Avion Novo.
Я уничтожу!
Yes.
Yes?
Все за мной!
Avion Novo.
великого Северної в Україні.
Yes.
А?
Yes.
Да.
Yes?
Все за мной!
Yes?
Да.
Yes.
Yes.
Да.
Yes?
Hả?
The more you see,
The sounds you hear, they are born of ghosts. Do not let them distract you.
Время убивать!
Anyone died in this place.
Yes.
Да.
Yes?
Да.
Greetings and well met.
Ты готов к смерти?
Ah, more jailers come to rattle my cage? Here I was, settling into a relaxing dream. Now you've gone and spoiled it. Ah, honeyed words from the other side of the cage. And what tune must I sing in return, I wonder? Whatever wards and locks bind this prison, I think clever words are the key to unlocking them. Go on. I am listening to your offer, my benefactor. My crime? It is a serious one. You see, I am too handsome to look upon. It would not be the first time I have had to place myself behind bars to keep admirers at bay. If that's why you're here, you'll have to wait in line like the rest, I'm afraid. Good. I would not want you to embarrass yourself. I may be a criminal, but I demand that visitors observe a certain decorum in my presence. Otherwise, chaos ensues. But come now. This banter is delightful, but something must have brought you here other than the chance to converse with me. Seeking soldiers, are you? You have come to the wrong cell. I am neither foolhardy nor desperate enough to fight barbarians or Thayans. Go find a poorhouse and scatter a few coppers. That might yield better results. The army of spirits is at the gates? So, they have arrived. I was wondering when that might take place in the real world. Now. Knowing and telling are two different beasts. And the bear god, he is a third. If I may say, you are rather brave to marshal an army to meet them. That's no ordinary band of spirits out there. That's a hornet's nest of beasts. They're screaming for blood so loudly, I can hear them in my dreams. And I am suddenly struck with the suspicion that the blood they seek is yours. Grave robber, are you? Tisk tisk. One should leave Barrows of the ancient bear god alone, lest he come for you in his garishly colored furry rage. So, entertain me, brave one. Why would one such as I follow you into such a hopeless battle? Oh, so you seek to make my pride stand and dance? What kind of glory-bound fool do you take me for? Although I will admit, your perspective makes some sense, and appeals to my natural hubris. An excellent rebuttal. I think this bodes well for our travels. Very well. You have a willing soldier at your side. Shall we be off? And please, let us visit the witch warden on the way out, so I can pay my respects to her gentle, loving soul. Yes.
Huh?
Something you require?
We've been traveling together for a while now, long enough for me to learn that you are trustworthy and capable. You have the drive and integrity that I see in my greatest students. I wish to teach you as we travel. While my official tenure as an instructor is a new development, I've been teaching the arcane arts since I was a child, really. Spells are a small part of what I teach. My students are often new to the magical arts. Before they learn their first cantrip, they need to have their minds sharpened so that they can view the world through a scholar's eye. Our journey often has long stretches of travel and many idle hours by the campfire. I wish to use that time to teach you. Perception, memory, focus, all of these qualities can be heightened if you open yourself to the possibility that any problem can be solved with your mind. Excellent. It will be good to be an instructor once again. Now, shall we carry on? What would you like to know? What would you like to know? Come this way.
Huh?
Something you require? Of course. I come from the slopes of Celestia. My heritage is evidenced in my wings and my eyes. No, I cannot. The wings simply serve as a cloak and at times a shield from the sun or elements. They are another mark of Celestia, one that I welcome. Of course. Ah, Ephraim, if you met them, they must have left the house of... Yes. The menagerie. Our philosophy veered from the traditional teachings of the divas and angels. It is not, but it is a complicated issue, and I fear that sharing it will do more harm than good. Of course. The House of the Triad, the realms of... But it is sealed to me. And never... Of course. My history is in the past. I am sorry, but my past efforts have shamed me. Forgive me, but I wish to keep such things to myself. Everyone has such pasts, and sometimes they must prove themselves in the present in order to face what they have done, or failed to do. You are correct. My answer was not well thought out, and showed little concern for our safety as a group. Let us simply say I do not wish to share my past at...
Yes, what do you want? The spirits are restless. There's a legion waiting outside the gates, led by old King Bear. He's awake, and not pleased about it. What did you take from him anyway? I've never seen or heard such an uproar. I'm surprised the land isn't tearing itself apart. Well, whatever angered him, I hope something can calm him down again. If his rage grows any more, then Mulsantir will be drowning in blood. Well, our chances are not the best. In that, you can be assured I am speaking true. Still, we have one advantage. Oku's army. The bear god came here with an army. Why? That army sustains his rage and his strength. They are like a drumbeat for his heart. Defeat them, then focus your attention on Oku, and you may very well survive the day. But I'm not making any promises, mind you. I will do what I can to let you know. Listen for my voice over the din of battle. Until you hear me call out, I would not attack Oku directly. Instead, do whatever you can to slow him down and keep him at paw's length. Then use your best judgment. But if you've allowed me to fall, then clearly that is lacking. If questions you have, then answers I shall provide. Those beasts at the gate aren't calming down. I can feel them all the way here. If questions you have, then answers I shall... A little? There is so much to tell. And to think you'd only want to hear the smallest bit of it. I am insulted. What? Do you think I am some sort of long-winded braggart? My, your charm spells seem to be failing one by one. Oh. Well now, that is a different matter. I am Ganayev, Gan of Dreams. He who walks in the dreams of the people of Rashomon. Especially the passionate dreams of farmers' daughters. I make deals with spirits, speak with the mountains and forests, and tell tales of old that bubble up from the brooks and streams of this land. Now there's a tale. Actually, I was born from no mother or father, but from dream itself. I was conceived as an idea, a stray thought that had to fend for itself in this harsh land. It made me strong, capable, and ruggedly handsome. Indeed, stepped fresh and whole from the sleeping minds of this great land, able to walk in and out of dreams at my whim and my will. Do I look like a hag spawn? Come now. Very well, a game. Now that interests me. And while I despise fairness, I must admit I am slightly curious about you. Not as interesting as I'd hoped. Still, very well. I was born in a city that lies beneath water. Where this city is, I do not know. I see it sometimes in my dreams, but its location eludes me. As do the faces of my mother and my father, if they existed at all. Ah, an orphan. Intriguing. I shall raise you one better. I am an orphan as well. I do not know the fate of my father, but my mother, I believe her to be the one that cast me out. Ironic to give birth to me, then to feed me to the wilds of Rashomon. Not very motherly, but hags are not known for such kindnesses, I suppose. The animals of the world took me in. The dead shepherded the living. It mattered not to them. I learned their speech, their greetings and farewells, the cries of the wild and the whimperings of those lost. To some it is a dirge. To me it is a symphony. And the strains are familiar ones that speak purer than any Rashemi word. There are worse fates, and the more I spoke and bartered with the dead, the more the spirits would come to my aid. My powers grew, and so did the tales of my travels, until every farmer in this dreaming nation held a blade close to their bed, in case I should visit their daughters in the night. No, because I dream of it. It is close, a place of night and flowing water through stones. I feel its presence sometimes, but I do not know if I ever truly wish to return. It cast me out once, and I do not think I would enjoy being treated the same way a second time. And I fear that my mother was not the ruling power there. Oh, I can indeed tell you but a little, for little is all I knew of them. A human for a father, yes. A hag for a mother, yes. But who they were, that is not known to me. Do you think I care? I do not. It is like water running through the streets of an empty city, uncaring, unheard, and unwelcome. Yes, what do you want? If questions you have, then answers I should— A little? There is so much to What? Do you think I am— Oh, I make deals with— Now, It made me strong. Indeed. Do I look like a hag spawn? Very well. A game. Very well. I see it sometimes in— I shall— Ironic to give birth to me. I learned that to some it is a dirge. There are what my powers grew. And I fear— Oh, I can indeed tell you but a little. And that is exactly my feeling in the matter as well. If they cast me away, so shall I do the same. Of course. Ask what you will. I learned their speech, their greetings and farewells. The cries— To some it is a dirge. To me, it is a symphony. And the strains are familiar ones. There are worse fates. And the more I spoke and bartered with the dead, the more my powers grew, and so did the tales of my travels, until every farmer in this dream—
Да.
Yes?
Все за мной!
Yes?
Да.
Yes.
А?
Yes?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes, how may I help? I am. I find your sense of purpose in this journey grants me strength, and it lightens my spirit. Whatever drives you has driven me as well. I feel there is much I can learn from you, and I think the planes our paths crossed. I only speak the truth, but you spoke to me for a reason. Is there some way I may help? Gladly. If I have the answer, it is yours. Doom guides are priests of Kelemvor. They comfort the dying and struggle to bring peace to creatures that have been denied death by necromancy or other means. We are intended to bring peace to the dying and to the dead. We teach it is not something to be feared, but simply a natural ending to life. It is difficult to express, but I will try. Once I was one of the priesthood of Kelemvor, god of the dead. I walked the plains, alleviating the suffering of others. But to face those same spirits, to soothe them and comfort them, only to know that they are bound for a place that torments them. It is not something I understand. In Kelemvor's faith, they teach that death is not something to be feared, that it is part of the natural cycle, but that is not true. If one does not worship the gods, there is much to fear, and no prospects of peace in the afterlife. To comfort a dying child, knowing it is destined to scream eternally in an ever-living wall. A midwife of the plains who has never heard of such a thing as gods. An entire plain of sea wives who farm the sea and seed the oceans to bring about life. To know that they are bound to become stones in the wall of a faithless citadel, crushed together by dogma and ritual that has never once been reflected upon, that never once has been examined for what it is. Yes, the great wall that encircles the city of judgment. Its bricks are souls that never pledged fealty to any god, nor knew that they had to achieve paradise in the afterlife. They are mortared there, crushed together to suffer by archaic law. No matter how good or pure or unselfish they were, it matters only if they followed the proper rituals to a deity, any deity. That is my sentiment as well. Religion is not ritual. It is intended to comfort, to strengthen, not to punish. Is lip service to a god, is that what is important? Or is it the acts and belief that matter? My conscience cannot be silenced on this. I hear justice. I hear the last words of those who suffer and need comfort. All of these things I hear, always. But beyond them, in the fugue plain, I hear the cries of those dead who lie within the wall, and I cannot forsake them. I would welcome your help, and it lends me strength to know that you are my ally in this. I will fly to them, and I will grant them wings as I have. I shall release them from the curse that their death has become, because it is the right thing to do for one's spirit to be at peace. I believe that only the god of the dead can unmake such a construction. To do so, I must appeal to Kelemvor himself. I led the Second Crusade to tear down this wall. Like the first, it failed, but I still live. It will continue. There was a First Crusade. It too was stalled for a time. The one who led it suffered as I had. That is part of the journey, I feel. My grandfather sought to dissuade me from my efforts with the tale of the First Crusade. I do not think he understood the tale he was telling. Before then, I did not even know that there had been previous attempts to bring down the wall. To realize that others had felt as I did gave me a new strength, new conviction. One mortal sought to cast down the wall and failed, even with an army at his back. His name was Akachi, sometimes known as the Betrayer. He is a Solar, and I one of his descendants. His blood runs through my veins, but my perspective and my spirit are my own, not tied to the higher planes. Only one question remained in my mind, so I spoke it. Why must the universe be so? Grandfather answered, resolved with, "What is there to be done?" To him it was a statement. To me, it was a question. It is that question that is the torch that leads my way in shadow. I know what must be done. In all things, Grandfather saw process and order and ritual, and that is what he tried to teach me when he told me of the First Crusade. But those are abstracts that orbit a purpose. If the purpose is flawed, what meaning do process and ritual have? Gladly. If I have the answer, it is yours. 」 I sought to lead a crusade against the city of the dead, to correct the injustice I saw there. If the universe would not remove the wall of the faithless, then I would. I was not the first to feel this way. Have I told you of the first crusade? The war of Akachi against the wall of the faithless? He was a faithful adherent of Merkel, Lord of the Dead those many centuries ago, before the rise of Kelemvor. Yes, one of Merkel's chosen ones, in fact. He dispensed justice in Merkel's name and hunted the enemies of his god across the plains. But when one he loved fell victim to Merkel's laws, he appealed to his god and was rebuked. He did not, even in the face of his god. The one who loved Akachi, she did not worship the gods, any god, let alone the god of her beloved, Merkel. There is a punishment for ones who carry such beliefs. No matter how virtuous their lives, those who do not believe in the gods will suffer upon the wall of the faithless until their souls are no more. Once they are on the wall, they die again. And it is not a quick death. It is a slow slide. It is agony until their souls are dissolved into the wall. They decay until they are destroyed completely, utterly. Akachi's sense of justice would not permit him to accept even the words of his own god if he felt they were unjust, nor would he accept the wall that encircled Merkel's city. So he gathered allies, great lieutenants of dragonkind, divas, and even the undead to his side. He attacked Merkel and was crushed. But the tale lives on. It lives on in me, in others, who saw what Akachi tried to do. And in his tale we take strength, and we continue his war. But the wall of the faithless is not just. It must be cast down. I am pleased to hear you say that. Sometimes I fear that I am alone in my beliefs, and I question them. Merkel's construct has passed to Kelemvor, the new god of the dead. He is set in his ways, and is as deaf to appeals as Merkel was. There must be justice in this life, and in death. I am bound to both, but I am not bound to accept their laws. Gladly. If I have the answer, it is yours. I come from the slopes of Celestia.
I noticed.
I see.
I hope you can, with eyes like that. I'm a lot to take in at once, so feel free to study me at length if you must. I am used to such attention. Such fire to your words, they burn me. Quick, get the priestess to fan me with her wings.
Are you making light of me?
I would never do such a thing. Although with eyes like yours, do you know what light is?
You are strange. There is much about your heritage that evidences in your behavior.
I am curious what this ebony-eyed creature of the slopes of Celestia sees in a humble hagspawn such as I. Pray, priestess, continue.
Very well. I see that your feet find the patterns of dirt and sand beneath them uncomfortable, as if you are used to stepping in dreams, not earth. You toss about words like a wind around you, in the hopes that their speed and flurry will deflect questions and prevent you from being seen for what you are. You are hurt, Genevieve of dreams, and that pain drives you to hurt others, for you have been taught that that is the wheel that turns the world.
Ah, I think your faith has led you astray, and your eyes may not see as deeply as I may have thought. A shame, but no doubt my colors would blind you.
Spectra of color are something I know only from text, not from experience. My eyes do not perceive color as you do. There is only black, white, and little else. It is another mark of my heritage, and I do not find it a hindrance. My grandfather once said it was something my belief had chosen, not my blood. I would not call it blindness, but I see the world differently, yes. My eyes can perceive the spectrum of planes at times, even if the array of colors is lost on them. Your journey marked you, and I sense an absence within you as if your heart was removed. Its pain has faded to be replaced with something new, an affliction seeping into the open. Whatever affliction I sense within you that is... I do not know if Ilmater's blessings will aid you, but the fact you... I am glad we have time to speak. There is something I wish to share with you. A protection of sorts to aid you in our travels. You met my brother and sister in Wolfentir. Unknown to many, my siblings and I share strength as members of the menagerie, a blessing I wish to convey upon you. It is a protective ward that enables focus even when one is in tremendous pain, and allows one to resist wounds and ailments that assault the body so the mind can remain pure. It will aid you in the struggles ahead, perhaps even help you resist what consumes you. So be it, it is done. Even should we part company, or I perish, the blessing will remain. Neither time nor evil shall chip at it, and it will help you until the end of your days.
Ими убивать!
Yes.
Да.
Greetings and well met.
Feel the army outside the gate. They are here in great numbers.
So you are brave after all. Wood and stone would not have kept us from you. But it is good that the innocent are spared my army's rage. This can be ended quickly if you like. Present your neck, It will fit snugly between my teeth, and we all can return to our dreams. No! Blood must flow, little one. I swore my oath in blood, and blood is older and stronger than words. You do not know what you are, not yet. If you did, you might ask me to kill you. Better that you never learn. Now we have spoken enough. I will live in a world that is free of you, or I will die and dream no more. No, little one, you mistake the will of these spirits. I would have come alone, but their resolve was too strong. I follow their will in this. All the land is united against you. We will drag your corpse to the Cavern of Ruins, and there you will stay.
Esatto, Ludia. No, you must finish me. Do it fast before...
This is the same as what happened in the barrow, when you consumed the spirit wolf.
What is that? It felt like a backlash, a whip across my mind.
Stop this attack. Whatever you're doing, you're feeding on his spirit, siphoning it.
The presence inside you, it wakes. Emptiness. Hunger. Forgive me. I tried to stop you.
reined in an attack. I felt your hunger, felt it ripple through the spirits, then felt it become chained, caged.
You spared me, little one. Once before, a spirit eater spared my life. I remember a lake of groaning ice, a man standing over me in triumph, and a hunger withheld in mercy. Because that is what you are. I knew it when you walked out of my barrow, but I didn't know you had the will to fight what you are. I swore an oath, little one, to serve the Spirit Eater who spared my life long ago, and help him end his curse. A simple oath, but I must have failed. Your curse is the proof of my shame. So now, I swear the same to you. Memories fail me, little friend. I was alive in those days. It is like asking the river to remember the snow that gave it birth. I remember my oath, and the scent of your hunger. These were strong in my mind when I laid down in my barrow to die. And I know I paid a price for helping the man who spared my life, for letting him share my grave, but I do not remember what it was. That I do not know. It is not a matter of remembering. I do not think I ever knew. But I know it will kill you, little friend. It will devour you from within, as it did that other Spirit Eater, the one who spared my life. I can only travel with you if one of these others stays behind. As you like, little one. I'll slumber here until you return. But these beasts shall have no king, not until my oath is kept. Let them go back to my barrow and dream.
We're drawing a crowd at the gate. While it pains me to say it, we should probably seek counsel with the witches.
Yes. Bonaparte. 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 The Sanctus.
Doa. Entosus formu.